Right, Pat, you looking forward to this next stage?
Yeah.
Right, what we're going to be attempting here is the turn on the road exercise. And I'm quite sure that you'll be able to cope with this. You've mastered the clutch control and so on, and the straight reversing and so on. And you've studied up your video and workbooks as usual.
Yeah.
Right, just want to ask you one or two questions just to confirm that you have got that knowledge before we attempt to manoeuvre. When we say that we've got to choose a safe, legal, convenient sort of location, would you consider this to be a safe, legal and convenient location to start with?
Yeah, because we've...
So what factors would you be looking for that would make it unsafe?
Either too close to a junction or even opposite a junction.
Yeah.
Brow a hill, bend, anything where it'd be a danger to other people.
Are we going to be blocking anybody's entrance or anything where we are? No. Whereas we would forward there or further forward near the end or whatever. Right, and there's not other parked vehicles near us. So you would consider this would be alright, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good. So that's what we mean by that. Now, the manoeuvre itself, we're going to carry it out under control. What sort of control are you going to use to regulate your speed?
Close control.
What else are you going to use when you're going back and forward across the road? Just the clutch to control the speed?
No, the brake.
Yeah. And what else might you need? What other type of control would you need when you stop at the other side or come back to this side?
And brake.
Yeah. And what about the gears? What are you going to use? What gears are you going to use?
First and reverse.
Right, okay, good. And what about the steering? Do you understand how much steering you're going to put on to the right and left when you're going back and forward across the road?
It's a full lock, isn't it?
Full lock, yeah. So you know what's meant by full lock then?
Yeah, it won't go down any further.
Any further, right. It's maximum turn to the right or left, right? Okay, that's fine. So there's no point in me saying, right, put full lock on if you don't know what I meant.
Yeah.
So we're just checking on these things, that's fine. Good. As regards observation, what would you do if we've just started here and somebody, say, came round the bend towards us?
I'd stop and look and just make sure that...
What if we were about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way across the road?
I'd carry on going.
Yeah. Now, we've just had children come down past us in the rear. When you're reversing back, if they had appeared just in this area, in the immediate vicinity, not away miles up the road, but quite close behind us as we were coming back, what would you have done about that?
Well, I would have had to have possibly stopped.
Yeah, not possibly, you would have stopped for them, yeah. So you don't want to frighten pedestrians on the pavement or anybody like that as well. So it's a case of being prepared to stop at any stage of the manoeuvre and be prepared to let other vehicles or pedestrians pass by. If somebody comes round and stops or comes down behind us and they're willing, say we were across there just now and this driver came up, it doesn't look the type it would stop for us, the way he's accelerating up there, but he'd probably nip across this side and he'd be well up the road just as he is. But others might come round and just stop there, say at the lamp post. Then we would continue on if that happened, if we're ready to go. So it's a case of keeping an eye open for them and basing our decision on what the other drivers do.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, any questions about it before you're quite clear on what we're going to try and do?
I think so, yeah.
Right, so what sort of position are we aiming for on this first movement?
We need to go across over there.
Yes, yeah. Not quite right angles, but approximately that. Alright? So, when you're ready, we'll make a start and see how we get on. So just usual preparation. I'm going to help you out this first time by giving you a little bit of advice as we go along. So just get the car prepared in the normal manner. Keep an eye on the loose dog there, running after somebody. Alright, okay. All round observation, that's good.
Clear.
Now if it's clear, both hands on the steering wheel because you're going to need them there. Now just up a fraction with the clutch, just till it moves, down a bit if it's too fast. Start steering now, fast as you can to the right, full block, both hands, down a bit on the clutch, keep steering, now turn it back, stop. What are you going to do now? Just make it safe. Good. That's good. You've selected the gear. Don't worry about looking till you get ready. You ready?
Yep.
Right, now look, all the windows of the car, including the rear one, all clear?
Yep.
Now steering fully left, down a bit on the clutch. Keep steering. Now, are you halfway yet? Yes?
Yep.
And you've achieved that. Look to the right now, and you can see why. Keep going. Steer to the right though. Steer to the right quite quickly. Quicker. And come to a stop. Right, make it safe. Don't worry about him while you're getting ready. Just get ready. If he wants to go past, he'll have gone past by then. Get ready. Have a look both ways. He's waiting for us. So we proceed. Both hands on the wheel. Steer to the right quite quickly. That's fine. Keep control with the clutch. Straighten it up. And just pull up alongside the curb. Check your mirrors. And come to a stop. That's nice there. Make it safe. Okay. How did you feel about that then?
I controlled it alright, but I seem to be struggling to steer it round.
Two things that you've got to do here, and they're the opposites to each other if you like. Slow control, quick steering. And most people either opt for one or the other. Slow control, slow steering. Or quick control and quick steering. So what we don't want to go is from one to the other. You've got to get the balance. It's two opposite things. You're trying to get your hands to do one thing, and it's not natural for that to happen, you know. So it's a case of what you want to do there is make sure that you've got your hands moving quickly while you're controlling the car slowly.
Like tapping your head and rubbing your belly.
Yeah. Doing two different things.
Yeah.
So it's a case of keep it nice and slow as you're doing. Your control was very good, but you weren't making full use of the steering as well. It was like when we went back to your initial steering, you were only using the top half of the wheel.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to use all of the wheel and slightly quicker movements. It was small, sort of shuffling little movements. So you weren't really getting the full use of the wheel. Remember doing that initially?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So it's a case of getting back to this fuller movements. But it's something extra to do. So your control was excellent. Now, any question about the car there? You see how we dealt with that?
Yeah, I could see that he was waiting, so
Yes.
we
So we
carried
just
on.
carried on, yeah? No panic about it. He was quite prepared to wait, so we just allowed him to sit there. We were ready, and we didn't delay him in any way, did we?
No.
And he was quite happy to do that. So that's the way to deal with that. Right, so any question there?
No, just get my hands working
Right,
a bit
okay.
faster.
Now, because we've got a car in front of us here, what we're going to do is we're going to reverse back a little bit, just a little bit of straight line reversing before we have another attempt, for the simple reason that if we went across from here, we'd get across all right, but when we come back, where would we be in relation to this car?
Near that car.
Yeah, very
Back into
near
that
to
car.
it, so that's not where we want to be. That wouldn't be a safe location, would it?
No.
So if necessary, we adjust our position. That applies at any time when you're doing this.
Okay.
So this is too close to the car, so if you like to select reverse gear first, and just like your straight line reversing, look back, check all round, yeah. Keep the right foot steady, steer slightly left, just a little bit more left, so as we don't drift out. That's sufficient, just a little bit further maybe, so as we're not opposite these driveways. Yeah, about there, that'll do. That's fine. Good, well done. Because we don't want to obstruct these driveways when we're going across, you see.
Right.
We want to be round this side of there. Okay?
Yep.
So you're aiming for that
Over
floor there, or the doorway if you like,
Yeah.
rather than the drive. Okay. That's your target area.
Yeah.
Not literally.
Yeah.
Alright?
Alright, yeah.
So this time, nice slow speed as you were doing, but really get that wheel moving. Okay? Let's try again. That's it, good. Oh, the observations were good. Both hands on the wheel. Now steer, and again, and quicker. Good, well done. Have another look. Down a bit on the clutch. Now steer back. Keep up a fraction, keep steering. Forward a bit yet, and stop. That's it, good. Yeah, you're managing all of that fine, that's why I'm not giving you any help. Check it's clear. Good. Handbrake off. Full lock to the left. See how quick you got that on this time? Keep it there. Keep looking back. Now steer the other way and look the other way. Steer to the right quickly. Quickly with the steering. And stop. Again, that's it. Same sort of thing as last time.
He's waiting.
Yes, so check that there's nothing else. And a little bit of steering to the right. And down a bit on the clutch. Just straighten the top and pull in just in here. Clutch. And foot brake. Come to a stop. Inside here. Make it safe. Relax your feet just now. Right, how did you feel about the third movement on that one?
A lot better. A lot easier on that third one.
Of course it was, wasn't it?
Put my lock on and
you
take
had hardly any
off.
steering at all to do, because you'd done all the work earlier on. See the difference in
and all
steering
I've done is use the whole of the steering wheel.
That's right. Tremendous difference to it. Made life much, much easier.
Yeah.
And your control was nice again, and you were getting the observation. And again, exactly the same thing happened, so you didn't have to concern yourself with that this time.
Yeah.
We were ready. We didn't delay them for any length of time because you were ready to go. The important thing is stop, get ready to go, and then if they're willing to wait, we're away. We're not holding them up. No problem. Alright?
Yeah.
Right, Pat, what we're going to do now, this road here is a reasonable width. We've managed that quite nicely. What we need to practice on now, you may find that the road that we do on, some of the roads that we do on later on, or even when you go for your driving test, may have a bit more camber on the road. You understand what I mean by the camber? It's higher up in the middle,
higher in the middle, and
slopes down, so you've got mini hill starts involved as well. So we're going to try one like that, and possibly fractionally narrower. Well, we're not going to take you into a very narrow road. We wouldn't do it in a tight road that would be struggling to get round, but slightly narrower than this so that we can get that experience. The idea is to start off doing it in a road of this width where it's not too difficult, and then once you've got the idea of that, we progress on from there. There's no point in taking to one with a very steep camber and it's quite tight and you think, oh, I'm never going to master this. It's a case of building your confidence on it, getting the idea of the manoeuvre first, as we've done here, and then working on it from there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, quite clear on that?
Yep.
Right, so when you're ready, we'll move off to another location and then we'll have a try at that.